Welcome, everyone, to the Everything Show. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Chris. What's up, Chris?
What's up, guys?
What's up, Ben? What's going on, Ben? All right. Takes a little while to get in here. So, hey, Ben, what's up? All right, go ahead, Chris.
No, so I think everybody heard the news today.
What news is that,
I saw
Chris?
it when I got home. Yeah, so allegedly we're getting a new trilogy of Star Wars films, and we're also getting apparently a show on whatever the Disney streaming service is going to be.
Ooh, what's up, Sally?
What's up?
So now this new trilogy, what is it?
Okay, so here's what we know, and this is all we know about it.
Okay.
It is not 10, 11, and 12.
Oh!
It is not connected to the Skywalker story.
Oh!
It is apparently, from what they've said, going to take us to a corner of the Star Wars galaxy that we have never been to before. Now, here's my thing.
Knights of the Old Republic?
Well, that's what everybody is immediately jumping to. And I think that is a strong possibility.
Okay.
However, I think the more likely possibility is that we are going to be getting a completely unique story. One that we have not seen before, one that may have inspiration from Legends, but is not a specific Legends story being retold.
Legends?
Yeah, the non-canon novels and whatnot.
So nothing to do with the Force?
Oh, I think it's going to have to do with the Force. I think there's going to be Force sensitives and whatnot in it.
And Sith?
It depends on what time period this takes place in.
So this could be this could be like a prequel.
It could be. I think if it's going to be any story, specifically one that we already know, it's going to be Knights of the Old Republic. It'll be a retold version of that, and I would most likely expect to see Revan as either the main character or the main villain, maybe both.
Hey, Scott.
If you know where I'm going with that. What's up, Scott?
Could
However,
they do a?
Go ahead.
Could they do a trilogy from an evil point of view?
Sure.
Like just all about the Sith.
Sure. The sandbox is open
Plagueis,
now.
Darth Plagueis, and all the the whole how they start on their end.
I don't think they even need to go into Plagueis. Plagueis could be one movie. We also know that Rian Johnson is apparently writing and directing the first of whatever this trilogy is going to be, which means to me that they have the utmost faith in him at the moment, meaning that they must really love Episode 8.
Oh.
Like, really, really love Episode 8. So much so that they probably think that we're all going to love Episode 8. Because let me tell you this. If Episode 8 isn't received well, which is a very likely possibility, at the moment we have no idea, I would probably expect to hear that he would be off this first in this next trilogy.
Really?
Very soon. Yes.
Wow.
It doesn't matter even that they just announced it. They were like pull it away from.
It don't matter. They got them off Han Solo 3 weeks before it was almost done. You can bet that they can take somebody off 4 years before.
If Episode 8 bombs.
No. Don't. Episode 8's not going to bomb no matter what.
All right, but
if Episode 8 is hated by a majority of the fan base,
okay,
there's no way Johnson's doing the first of this trilogy.
Oh my God. Okay.
No way.
Oh my God.
So this is my thing. I think that we are, and this is just my opinion, we don't know anything else at the moment other than it's not Episode 10, 11, and 12. It's not connected to the Skywalker story. That's all we know right now. And of course, Rian Johnson's doing the first one.
Does it have to do with the like Boba Fett?
We have no idea. So let me just put this out there right now. Any articles that are claiming that they know what this is, they are lying to you. lying through their teeth. There is no information about this out there as of right now about what this is going to be. But if we're going to speculate, I would say that the choice would be either they're doing a trilogy in the Old Republic with Revan as the main character and or the main villain, potentially, or it's an entirely unique story. That's my speculation right now. I'm not basing this off of any evidence. It's just the first things that pop into my mind. That what would need a trilogy? What could possibly
what's good
need
enough to be a trilogy, right?
Yeah, exactly. And they're not gonna do a trilogy without some sort of Force sensitive characters. You can get away with that in the anthology films to a point, but if you're gonna try and do a Star Wars trilogy with no Force sensitive characters, personally, I don't think that can work.
It won't work if they do it like that.
Because look at Rogue One and how much Force sensitive people they had there.
Well, they didn't have anybody.
Well, that's true.
They just had Chirrut, but I mean, and Vader, I guess you could say. But again, the look at the scenes in that movie that most people talk about. Obviously, you have the Vader scene. You have, Chirrut fighting all the stormtroopers in one of his first scenes, and that's really it. Force sensitive wise, of course, there's other scenes in that movie that people love.
Right.
I just don't think that you could get away with a trilogy without having some sort of Force sensitive characters. I got to tell you, I'm excited for that more than I am the series.
Right.
Now that series, I feel more comfortable. I don't want to say speculating. We don't have information on that, but I feel more comfortable and I feel more confident saying what I think that's going to be. I personally think that's going to be a bounty hunter series.
The trilogy? What's going to be?
The show on the Disney streaming network.
Oh, a bounty hunter.
I think it's going to be a bounty hunter show. Yes.
Oh.
Absolutely. Okay. Because I believe, if I remember correctly, that was what George Lucas was planning before he sold it. There was going to be a TV series. He had scripts and stuff, I believe.
Are they going to use those scripts?
I think they're not gonna use them directly, but I think they're gonna. Let me say it like this: I think they have looked at them, and I think that's where this show is coming from.
Okay.
Maybe they rewrote them or did something to them, because I was watching a video a couple of days ago, and I didn't know this beforehand, but Force Awakens was not too far off from his ideas of what Episode 7 would have been.
Oh. Okay.
Just his main idea for episode 7 was to have a new generation kind of taught by the old generation, being Luke, Leia, and Han, and that they were actually they were going to be younger than what we saw in The Force Awakens. They were going to be like teenagers, kind of that. However, the main female teenager I believe her name was Kira. Rey has basically every quality that he had for this character.
Okay.
Like almost to a T.
Oh, so they basically took it from George Lucas.
Basically, she's like a slightly re-envisioned version of this Kira character.
Okay.
But anyway, getting back to the Disney streaming service show, this confirms two things to me: that A, yes, there is a Disney streaming service coming along, and B, they have probably known about this for a while.
Well, I'm going to say one thing. It's one thing that they announced a Disney streaming service before that we were making fun of, and that's horrible and everything. If they do the Star Wars thing, everybody will sign up for it. There's no way that it's going to...
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. That's the biggest incentive there is. An original series of Star Wars on a streaming service.
Yeah.
People will get the Disney thing strictly because of that. I'm pretty sure it's safe to say that.
Yeah, basically.
It's not, I mean, here's the thing. It's Star Wars and it's Discovery. Star Trek Discovery. There's a big difference. You start putting out Star Wars stuff like that, I will pay for that every friggin' month. I will sign up in 5 seconds.
Let me say this too, because they have an opportunity here with something very specific, and you'll probably get where I'm going with this before I say it. If, and again, I'm saying if, anybody who's watching, I'm not saying it's confirmed, I'm saying if this is a show about bounty hunters, they, in my opinion, would need to at least have a specific character show up at least once or twice to really sell this show, unless it takes place between 6th and 7th. But even then,
Sorry. Okay.
But even then, he could show up. And
Right.
I am, of course, referring to Boba Fett.
Yes, definitely.
Right.
If you're not going to do a Boba Fett movie, or a movie where he is the center character, I'm not saying the show has to be about him, but if it's a bounty hunter show, you'd be remiss if he didn't show up at least once.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely.
Oh yeah.
That's what
He'd
people
have to show up.
anyway.
You want to sell that Disney streaming service, you want to use this Star Wars show, if it's a bounty hunter show, the end of the trailer, you show him. And then you've just sold your network.
Yeah.
That's it.
So all you have to do is mention Star Wars on a streaming service. You sold me already. And now it gets to the other part too that we didn't talk about. We heard a thing that they may not have, like Jessica Jones, Daredevil, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Punisher, all that stuff may be done under Disney's thing and not be a Netflix thing anymore.
Actually, speaking of that, someone on Twitter responded to that.
Okay. Now, Netflix has total rights to that, right?
Yeah, somebody said, a reporter that covered Disney for the Wall Street Journal said, to answer the same question from a few people, the Marvel show is currently on Netflix and any spin-offs from them will stay on that platform.
They're going to stay on really? Okay.
I don't think there's a reason to move them.
They're Netflix originals. They should stay on Netflix.
But are they going to do Marvel originals on?
New Marvel shows.
They're going to.
New Marvel shows will be on the Disney streaming service.
And let's not have no crappy Inhumans on there either.
Oh God, no.
Basically, that's the code for the Moon Knight show.
Oh.
Yeah. So this is my thing. If I don't sound like super enthused by any of this,
right,
it's because I am worried that they've jumped the gun by announcing this now.
Yeah.
Because we haven't seen episode 8 yet.
Correct.
And I still think that and this is, again,
episode 8 being.
This is just me speculating. I have no evidence to support this. It's just, this is the way I think about movies that come out. Any movie that comes out, whether I'm excited for it or not, could be either really good or be terrible.
Right.
Or somewhere in between.
Right.
So if episode 8 comes out and it blows, and now you've announced Trilogy with Rian Johnson doing the first one. What do you do?
I got to tell you, you know me. We've been talking about this many times on here. I am very worried when I see stuff like the Porgs.
No. I'm not talking about stuff like that.
No, I'm talking about 8 in general.
No, I know. But what I mean, but like, okay, this is what I mean. There in Star Wars, in my opinion, there's that's kind of stupid. Like the Porgs, I like the Porgs as far as I know. But then there's like, that's kind of stupid, like Ewoks. And then there's Star Wars has been ruined and or shaken to the point where it's almost been ruined, i.e. midichlorians.
And Jar Jar Binks.
Jar Jar, I wouldn't necessarily consider Jar Jar Binks like a ruining. In my opinion, if you're gonna ruin Star Wars, you have to go after like the core of Star Wars.
Right.
and doing stuff like midichlorians is bad.
Yeah.
I think episode 8 has the potential to really change things to the point where it's like, whoa, didn't see that coming. And it could potentially change like the core foundation of Star Wars. And that's what they really have to avoid, is going after that core, like the things that really make up Star Wars. Something like the Porgs is not going to do that.
No,
unless
but it's
they're like,
when
the
I
Porgs
say,
are the most powerful force
here's
beings
the
in
thing.
the universe. But
I didn't finish. The Porgs coupled with, there's a lot of things that are getting me worried about episode 8. And my biggest thing is that every major thing that's going to happen, we basically seen in a trailer. My major thing, you don't think so? That they're not going to like spoil the shit out of it? Okay.
No.
Okay. What do you guys think?
I doubt that. I highly doubt that. I think I'm gonna go out on a limb here, and I think there's one or two things in this movie that are just gonna blow our minds.
So you think it's gonna be a great movie? You think?
I hope it is.
So you don't think it's gonna be like where he's gonna be fired from that new project? Like it's gonna be like, oh my god.
Listen, anything's possible with these movies, and to just kind of go outside of Star Wars for a second.
I think I know where you're gonna go. I think I'm gonna guess.
I think that the same thing could happen with Godzilla 2.
Okay.
That either could be a fantastic movie, or it could suck completely, or somewhere in between there. You know? So it's not just Star Wars that I think about, like I think this way. I think this way about every movie. Because it's better to think that way than go into it and be like, oh, this is going to be great. And then you're either going to find reasons, you know, for why something that's not good to you is good. Or if you go into it saying this is going to suck, you're going to find reasons to hate something that's actually good.
Well, let me ask you a question that I didn't really get to talk to you about. Have you seen Thor Ragnarok?
I have not seen it yet.
I'm not going to ask you a question.
No, but go ahead. Go ahead. I already know what happens in the movie.
Okay. Well, Sally didn't see it, right?
Not yet, but I know it too, so.
Oh, you spoilers! You guys love that stuff. All right. I remember how and remember how like when before Guardians of the Galaxy came out, the first one, and I was kind of worried about the comedy, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna suck. And then I saw Guardians of the Galaxy. I thought it was the greatest thing ever, right? And with Thor Ragnarok, I'm looking about it, and I'm like, oh, this is going to be the greatest thing ever, the best movie ever. You know, my favorite movie of all time. And, well, Scott saw it first.
Yeah, I saw it first. I thought it was all right.
And then my son Joe saw it, and he thought it was... And let me tell you something. 9 times out of 10, he goes to a Marvel movie, it's his favorite movie. He wasn't saying that this time. He said the same thing Scott said.
It's okay.
Good.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, no. So I went to see it yesterday. And I'm watching it, I'm like, does it have to be comedy every second of the movie? Everything is a joke.
Yeah.
Even when people
I'm sorry,
die.
you cut out there for like a second or two. I didn't hear what you said.
Does it have to be comedy every second of the movie?
Oh, okay. I see.
Even when people are dying and stuff, it's a joke. Even when he loses an eye, it's a joke. I'm like, and my whole point was, my biggest pet peeve was the fact that they made it that he never needs to have it. You have the power within you. It's always been there. It's just you just use the hammer to control your powers, but you don't need it anymore. How many shows have we seen that in movies? And then all of a sudden he's like, "I'm the god of thunder," and it's like, oh no! So now there is no that whole thing about being worthy or not being worthy is gone. He could be unworthy and be a supervillain. He's unbelievably powerful. You don't need the hammer ever. So I was so pissed with that. I was also pissed where I didn't understand why they're getting a Hulk to go to Asgard to fight Hela if he never fights Hela.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand why Loki didn't get his ass kicked when the Hulk saw him. Like, they kept them separate, and I'm like, how is this making sense? You know? And I got to tell you, when I first saw it, I'm like, somebody watched us. Somebody watched the Everything Show because they used our joke. When we used to say Idris Elba, you had one job. And you can't even do that right. It was verbatim. Hella was saying my lines to the executioner, and she exactly said, she's like, you had one job. Because he's the doorman of Asgard, the executioner guy. She's like, you had one job.
Loki said that.
No, but no, didn't Hela say that to him?
No, Loki was Odin, and he goes to say that Thor is a rat, and he's like, you had one job.
Well, whatever. I thought even Helen said that to him, but whatever. One job. You had one job. And it was like, oh my God, somebody's watching us. I'm telling you. It's like, it has to be. Because we're talking about them all the time. We talked about that many a times. You had one job. But of course, it wasn't Idris Elba. Oh no. He was off, whatever. But still, I thought it was good. But I didn't think it was great. And I didn't think it was the greatest. And I'm like,
what'd you think of the Easter eggs at the during the credits?
I mean, the one Easter egg, it's like, I like the Jeff Goldblum one.
Yeah.
I don't like the other one. I love Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
I thought he was the movie. I thought he was perfect.
I thought would be good to play.
I even liked the comedy spoof they did, as if it was like a low budget play. Yeah. That was great. But I don't know, Chris. I don't think you're gonna like it if you see it.
I'm planning to go see it. I was gonna go see it on Saturday, but then I was like, no. I was gonna go see it on Thursday of last week.
Right.
And I was like, don't really feel like it.
Right. Well, I gotta tell you, it's been you're in the warm area, right? It went to winter like that over here.
You know what's interesting?
I had to rip out the air conditioning.
It's like it's cold in the morning, and then like halfway through the day, it becomes like blistering hot out.
Yep, this way.
And it's like, what the hell is going on?
It's been so effing cold. I got because last year I got bronchitis, and I'm like, why did I get? Yeah, you want to know why I got bronchitis? Because I kept this thing in the window the whole winter, and my girlfriend was telling me, yeah, it's been cold the whole year. And I'm like, oh my God, it's my fault. But let me tell you, I got so sick in the morning because I was freezing. I woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning like a madman. I ripped that thing out, unscrewed it, and took that whole thing out. I was like, done, because it got so damn cold. But that's the thing, like taking buses to the movies, when it gets colder, it's like only for Star Wars and very few movies,
It feels so good being in like walking distance of my $4 joint.
Yeah. Well, they are opening up a new mall by me, but it's going to be the most expensive movie theater ever. The Alamo place that we made fun of with the Wonder Woman thing.
Yes,
these mothers are coming to my neighborhood. So yeah, but my next movie, I still want to see Happy Death Day. I still don't get a chance to see that.
That was good.
Murder on the Orient Express is this week. I don't know.
Tomorrow.
I think we're going to see that this weekend.
My adult children want to see Jeffrey Dahmer thing, which I don't know if I want to see that. But then we got the
so are they going to supply
Justice League
at the Jeffrey Dahmer?
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole soundtrack for Justice League's been leaked on YouTube.
How is it though?
Like
I like the two songs that had the '89 Batman theme in it.
You think that's gonna be good? Like really, 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 really good, Chris? The Justice League?
No.
It's not gonna be like Wonder Woman stupendous. It'll probably be BVS Suicide Squad.
Is Ben Affleck saying like "F them"? I'm not doing anymore. Like again?
He says he's not. Then he says he is. Then he says he's not. Then he says he is.
Smack him in the face, really.
Like ping pong.
Jesus, dude, make up your damn mind.
Oh.
He's gonna do. I think he's gonna do the Matt Reeves film.
Yeah.
And then I think he's gonna be done.
What is up with the CW shows mentioning a Marvel character every damn friggin' thing?
I noticed that. Yep.
They mentioned the Hulk in the Flash. They mentioned
Hashtag
Black
feminism.
Widow. Black Widow and Arrow. Okay, they're mentioning the Avengers directly. So does that mean that they're in another universe or they whatever? Like, is that... And there's a talk that they really want to have a joint movie, but I didn't hear anybody signing any dotted line. But I know that, what's his name, tried to have a peace treaty or something with Kevin Feige or something. It was like, well, we need to end this. We need to, like,
just stop fight.
we need to stop fighting, and we need to do this. And then they're asking the Justice League if they would do a Marvel movie with them, and they're like, yes. So that has a better shot of happening than 20th Century Fox purchase.
I would love to see him do the amalgam movies or something.
Yeah, that won't happen for long.
I know, but that would be kind of awesome.
What do you think about the 20th Century thing?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, I hope it happens.
Yeah.
Isn't it done?
I don't think so.
I heard it
They're
was done
saying
already.
talks have stalled for now.
Yeah.
That could,
Why? Because Thanksgiving's coming up. We got to, like, chill up.
Hey, man.
I really think that they got the Fantastic Four because
yeah, you're
what
not the only one.
what I'm getting from
I hope
my
so.
thing over here that they're building this thing up like they're going to put a Fantastic Four book out in February or something. It looks like that's what's happening.
And
Why
Marvel
would they
Legends
put-
is making all these Fantastic Four toys.
Yeah,
now.
I think they pretty much got the Fantastic because they got the Skrulls so maybe it's not just buying the Skrulls; they got the whole Fantastic Four universe already.
And seriously, how can you do a Phase 4 without Fantastic Four?
Yeah.
that would be.
Yeah, really.
What
I
I'd
don't
love
think they
to
got the
see
X-Men
them do
ever.
is one of the other comic book companies like Valiant or even IDW. Even if it just goes to Netflix, it would be great.
Well, Sony is actually doing the Valiant Cinematic Universe.
I know, but still, it would be great to see somebody other than Marvel and DC put something out, even if it's just to Netflix.
Well, Miller is going to Netflix. The Kick-Ass and all that stuff that he does. He's got his stuff going on there. Rob Liefeld's got a deal going. He's going to have, like, Youngblood and all his movies are going to be made. And the market's going to be flooded with stuff.
Yeah. Speaking of Thanksgiving, our favorite Merc with the Mouth released a Thanksgiving-style poster for their
Yes.
Deadpool 2.
Yes, I did. You sent that
Spoofing
to me.
Norman Rockwell.
Let me share this with you.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
I like that Thanksgiving at Deadpool. Look at Stan Lee in the
Yeah,
In frame.
that's great.
That's neat. Yeah,
I
Colossus.
Colossus is running that with.
Now, who's the people on the other side at the top of the table?
That's
That's the guy
Domino,
that's a taxi cab
Yes,
driver.
Domino, Dopinder,
Oh, and that's the girlfriend,
Vanessa,
right?
That's the girlfriend.
Oh, so she's in it too?
Atomic, yada yada.
Negasonic Warhead,
They're
Rogue
all in it?
Lady, and Colossus.
She's in it too?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Everyone's coming back from the first movie.
Excellent.
And
What do you think about-
From my understanding, they're taking the guy from the other the X-Men movie.
There's Francis.
Yeah, and having him come back.
I thought he was dead.
No,
Yeah, he did kill
Francis?
Francis. Never mind.
no,
Oh.
the guy who portrayed Colossus from the.
Oh, okay.
They
I got
didn't do the guy they did from X-Men 2. I think I heard.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Yeah, you're right.
What do you think about, Chris, what do you think about Deadpool 2? You interested in that or not?
I mean, I like the first one. I'm not really a big Deadpool fan. I think he's a little overrated, to be honest. But
What about the Godzilla thing you were telling me about, the shop?
so, allegedly, like the character names leaked online onto like a couple of websites, and basically it does confirm the rumors that were out there. Kyle Chandler is apparently the main character. He's playing a character named Mark Russell. His wife is Vera Farmiga, who is playing Dr. Emma Russell, who was mentioned in the Monarch timeline as one of the scientists from Monarch that discovered the tomb with Mothra, or the temple with Mothra in it. And Millie Bobby Brown's character, I believe her name is Madison Russell. So apparently she is playing their daughter in the film. And, excuse me. So this confirms that rumor that they are related in the movie.
Oh, okay. I think it's gonna be great. But we don't know though.
I gotta see some stuff first before I say that.
Yeah. And we got the
And
time.
they also, excuse me, I don't know why I keep coughing tonight, but there were some images that were leaked online of some of the other monsters that are going to be in Godzilla Planet of the Monsters.
Okay.
One of them showed the second class of the Servum, the creatures that come from Godzilla's body. They're like these like worm-like creatures that apparently the flying Servum that we've already seen feed upon. So they actually look pretty cool.
Okay.
Then there were pictures of Orga. Yeah,
really?
Orga looks unbelievable in this movie.
Really?
He looks like a friggin' demon.
Oh my god, that's great.
It's crazy.
I like Orga.
Yeah, he has like his classic design traits, but his face, he looks like he's enjoying murdering people.
Wow.
That's how evil he looks. The other two were, I think it was Demigra, or something like that. The space parasite that looks like a jellyfish. That wasn't that interesting. But the other one was a monster called Dagara, who is from the Rebirth of Mothra series.
Oh.
His redesign, again, they kept most of the traits from his design, from his original design.
Right.
But the stuff that they redesigned on him, this kaiju is my top 5 favorite design.
Really?
You got to see this picture. I can't show them on here because I don't have them.
Okay.
But if you look them up, like maybe Offcast or anybody who's watching this, look them up. They have done a fantastic job with the redesigns for some of the monsters in these.
What was the name of the monster again?
Dagara.
Dagara. Okay.
They look amazing. And even, I'm really starting to warm up to this Godzilla design too. I actually
Dagara in the Godzilla Planet. What is it called now?
Godzilla Planet of the Monsters.
Okay.
Which comes out next week, by the way. In Japan.
Here? Oh, Japan.
In Japan. Mm-hmm.
And it's 1 of 3, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. Okay, so I'm looking at Dagara now. I'm trying to.
I mean, I love Dagara's original design too. I think he's just got a really, really cool and unique design. But
wait,
this new one,
what? King Caesar's not in it, right?
Well, he might be.
Oh. Wow. Okay.
Because apparently, when this Godzilla first shows up,
yeah,
he murders 3 kaiju as soon as he shows up, like in the timeline. They said he shows up, kills 3 kaiju, and then from there, the rest of the world kind of goes nuts because he's too strong.
Wow. I'm trying to see if I can get a picture of him, but I'm not sure if this is. I'm gonna have to look off air, I guess, and see whatever it is. How do you spell the name?
I think
is
it's
it D-O?
No, D-A.
D-A.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Find out later. So we have the Godzilla 2. We have the Godzilla Planet Godzilla, whatever, right? Then
Planet of the Monsters.
Planet of the Monsters. Now, there's nothing on. Like, in other words, when are they going to film Kong?
You mean Godzilla versus Kong?
Yeah, when are they going to film Godzilla versus Kong?
I'm assuming sometime.
Somebody said something about Kong getting a series. Kong's not getting a series, right? Like, he's not getting an animated movie like Godzilla or a.
He's getting a musical.
He's what?
He's getting a musical.
Oh God!
Like, it's not canon to the MonsterVerse, but they are making a King Kong musical.
In Broadway?
I think it was on Broadway, and now they're bringing it to the theaters, if I'm not mistaken.
Wait a minute. The musical from the play is going to be a movie?
I'm assuming. That's what I've heard. I know that they are making a musical film, apparently.
Oh, but there's not going to be no more King Kong movies, or we don't know?
As far
Not
as right
King
now,
Kong movies, Kong movies, whatever.
no. Depending on what happens in Godzilla versus Kong.
Looks like there'll be some New York theater showings of the King Kong Broadway.
Really? So what? Oh my God, King Kong on Broadway.
Oh.
That's gonna be.
Hey,
Yeah.
you tell me, man. I don't know.
They did
I would go
Spider-Man and
see
Evil
King
Dead
Kong
on Broadway.
Would you go see King Kong on Broadway? No,
Probably
not be
not.
honest.
I want to see Evil Dead the musical. That
Not a
sounds like
fan,
a-
right? I like that. We saw Rocky. It was cool. We were like they brought the ring right into the middle of the seats, and we got to see like Apollo Creed dancing around. Like we saw Spider-Man. Yeah, I mean, I like certain plays that we went to see.
Oh, speaking of that,
We went to see Arthur Darvill at time, but he never came out. We waited outside for him. We got the whole cast but him. Set.
speaking of Rocky,
That was once. Once, yeah.
they're gonna cast Ivan Drago's kid for Creed 2.
That guy from, was it that looks like him?
And some MMA fighter says he was going to an audition for Ivan Drago's kid, so it looks like they're looking for those kind of people to play.
Okay.
Some. So,
That's coming out next year, Creed 2.
I know. I'm getting all the Rocky movies
He just-
Blu-ray for Christmas,
Oh,
probably.
God, man.
Yeah.
I know. So, what else? What else is there? Anything else, guys?
I was gonna say something. Man.
We are kind of on a time.
Oh, yeah, 3
Yeah,
minutes, right? All right. And Freddy, well, Jason's not a zombie. That's one. You know what I heard? Spider-Man Homecoming's going to be like $7.
Yeah, Black Friday.
Friday.
Best Buy and Walmart will have it for $7. Target will have it for $9.
Now. It's called Black Weekend.
Yeah.
No offense, that's as much as I want to pay for Spider-Man
It was
Homecoming.
always
It's
called
$7.
that. Black Friday. Oh yeah, and Robert England announced that Jason was the actual winner of that fight for real. That was cool.
Also, Transformers.
I throw some horror stuff in there. What about Transformers?
Transformers last night will be $7 too on Black Friday.
What's that new Transformers thing? Is that a new cartoon?
Yeah,
a
it's
new,
on
new
the,
animated?
Yeah, it's on machinima.com. Go to the
Is
Go
that
90
good?
app.
I heard it. I heard it was pretty good.
The
Yeah.
last one I heard it was okay. Michael Dorn Worf is voicing Metroplex.
Oh, wow.
Or Fortress
Ooh.
Maximus, I mean.
That's interesting.
When Will Wheaton is
What's going
voicing
on with
Perceptor.
Bumblebee? Anything?
I haven't heard anything.
I heard that there's going to be only a limited amount of actual Cybertronians in the movie,
Yeah, I think I read like 4 or
Which-
something.
which makes sense because this is going to be at a time when, I mean, it's a prequel, so it's before the first movie.
Right.
So there were a couple of Cybertronians on Earth. I mean, there's always been Cybertronians on Earth apparently, but around this time, I'm assuming there's only going to be a couple from what
Okay.
they've said. And as far as I know, I think Ben said this before, they're still filming, as far as I know right now.
Yeah, I
Okay.
believe so.
Now, I have heard that John Cena is apparently going to be at Survivor Series next week.
Oh,
So
okay.
I doubt that they're filming any of his stuff, or maybe he might be done. I don't know.
I thought he was going to show up in Ragnarok. Thank God he didn't.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
I thought he
I'm
was going to be
surprised he didn't.
Shazam.
Thank God.
You know, he's in
Thank
Daddy's
God.
Home too.
That was bullcrap, right? Or did they cut his scene?
I guess maybe they cut the scene.
I don't even know if that was even
I
filmed.
didn't hear him even mention that in
Yeah, I watched that.
extra things.
All right, we're out of here just about. Thank you, Chris, Sally, Ben, Scott. We'll be back, I don't know, whenever. Take care. Bye for now.
Bye.